Hi everyone, it's Sue here from Scrappy Doo Sue. Hope you're all doing well. It's Easter weekend, so I hope you're all having a lovely Easter. The weather here in South East England, in Buckinghamshire where I am, is really lovely actually. It was lovely yesterday and it's lovely today, Sunday. Remember I showed you a purchase I made from Violet Duran from her eBay shop, which I've linked below in the description. Well, I thought today we'd come on and do it, and it's an actual die cut elasticated folder. Well, you could call it Midori or you could call it a TN kind of journal, and I'm going to put two kind of journal-like signatures in and one notebook signature in the centre. And I've got this, so these are the things that came in the kit that I've bought from Violet. So you get the front cover and the back cover, and she's actually given me mats that came with it from the Country Diary of the Edwardian Lady. So I think we will go with that theme. Along with that came various plain pockets, corner tucks, pockets, little slot pockets. So I think we're going to match some of those. I've also got some mini envelopes here if I want to use them. And I've got a couple of different kind of journal panels. Front cover, I don't know what these are actually called, that you can, you know, put a title on if you want to. Book plates, I suppose they're called, aren't they? So I could use those if I want, one of them anyway. And I've got various tabs and some little mini tags here. And also I got a selection of slot pockets, corner tucks and pockets that are actually cut out of a different style of scrapbook paper, which are lovely too. But I don't think I'll use those today. I think we use the plain white ones and we'll map them with some Country Diary images if we can. So I'm going to put those to one side, and I'll just show you how it goes together. So I am going to first of all, these are die cut, so they've got the strips down here and they've got the 3 holes for 3 signatures. So what I need to do is glue the mats onto the actually I'm thinking I'm gonna score down here. These are scored, but I'll just score again down the line here. I don't know if you can see, there is some scored lines there. I don't know if you can see them in this light. So I'm going to take my scorer and just, let me see, so I've got to fold this down that line there. Okay, right, let me get my scoreboard out. Just get it out from down the side of the desk where I keep it. So I'm just going to actually score this line down here, rescore it a bit so that I can fold it back more easily. Like so, and we'll see how that folds back. So okay, this is a better scorer. It's kind of a double line, so I'm going to try and score the second line Let's get that lined up here. It's very hard for me to see them myself. Just want to be very careful that I don't veer off course. Okay, so okay, that does not seem to want to bend over. Well, I'm just going to pause the video. Okay, so I managed to do that. So what we're going to do is, now I've bent these, I'll bend these over to match. So again, it's just a matter of bending them over on the score line like so, and just giving them a crease down. And the same with this one, they're much easier to fold. I think I struggle because my thumb hurts. Okay, so I'm going to have that on the front, so that's going to be glued over to there now, like that. And then we'll glue this one onto the back, like so. Right, let's get gluing. So I'm going to use some art glitter for this. And I will glue. Oh, it doesn't want to come out. Let's glue the front on first. I'm not pressing the bottle too hard because I've got a thin tip on it. I have a thin tip, metal tip, but it doesn't fit. So, okay, so this is going to be the front. And lay it flat again, and I'm going to corner to corner, and make sure that it fits on. So it's a little bit too high. Oops. Here, tiny smidgen. And let's go over it with the bone folder. So squeezing that glue out, I can see some there, like that, and then we can actually glue this piece here. It's a really lovely day. It's everyone's out gardening, mowing their lawns. It's a lovely sound. You know, it makes you feel like summer is coming, doesn't it? I think spring is here, definitely. So I'm just going to fit that down there, like so, and bend it over. Like so. I don't. Just going to give that off because I can see some excess glue there. So that's the front there. Okay. Right, let's do the back. I haven't used Edith Holden for a long time now, since I made my 4 seasons journals, which I sold. I did a spring, then a summer, then an autumn, and then a winter one. They went very quickly actually, so I was pleased about that. But I haven't actually used the book, Edith Holden books, since then. I have got partial books now, because obviously I, you know, used a lot of it on those 4 journals. So I'll probably have to think about maybe buying another one at some point. So these are lovely kits to buy from Violet, unless you're lucky enough to have your own die cut machine, and then obviously, you know, the dies can be purchased. Whoops, I've got some elastic in, it's getting in my way. So yeah, so that is the back. So we can have the back, we're going to stick the back together, so we're going to stick it like this so that the holes line up like so, and it's up to you. Once you've matted it, I can have that as my spine, or I can have that as my spine. So I think I'm going to have that one as my spine there. I think I am anyway. So that's going to be the size of your journal, which is a lovely shape. Now I just want to check. Yeah, I'm going to stick with my first idea. So I'm going to stick these down. So let's glue this. And I'm going to line those holes up like so. Okay. It's better if I do it on the surface, I think, flat to start with. Okay. Okay. Because I think what I'm going to do is probably put some lace down here, probably. So that really needs to dry. Okay. Then you'll need your crocodile, because we're going to put some I can never remember the name of them. And we want 1A on here. So this is where I struggle to find the actual. I'll just turn that round so I can see. What does that say? That says C. Can we turn it round there? That's A. Okay, and number 1. It's very hard to see the numbers on mine. That, I believe, is 1 there. So I'm going to go with 1A. That's about the only one I ever used, to be honest. and we'll get some of these, whatever they're called. I want 6, so I can either go with coloured ones, or I've got some bronzy ones. Those might be quite nice, I think. Okay, so they're not brads, are they? Oh, you're probably all shouting out what they are. So, I mean, the only thing is these are shaped, some of them. It looks like I may have used the plain ones. Okay, so I think what we'll do is go with these ones. They're kind of a silvery, a dark silver. We'll go with those. What, 5, 6. Okay, and we're going to put those in here, into these holes. So I just get them all lined up ready. Like that. And down, and this is where your elastic's going to go. And the elastic I'm using is white, but my last bit of elastic actually, so I need to order some more. So it's called hat elastic in a lot of places, but you can use anything, you know, whatever you've got. Okay, so we're going to put these in. That's 1, 2, and 3. So not only is it for the elastic, but it also strengthens the spine and keeps it. Oh, I haven't got much strength. Oh, to actually squash it down. Oh, my thumb doesn't want to work. Right, there we have our folder ready. Now it's put together, I'll tell you the measurements. So it turns out that it will be 11¼ centimetres wide, or 22 centimetres tall, with a spine of 4½ centimetres. And in inches, that will be a click over 8½ inches tall and 4½ inches wide, with a spine of 1¾ inches. Okay. Right, let me just put those back out of my way, and I'll show you the way to thread the elastic. So I've only got this elastic left, so I'm hoping this will be enough. So we're going to take the bottom right hand hole here, and we're threading it from the outside in. From the inside out, I think, and it goes up to the top right hand one, like so. And then of the same row, and then you go across to the center hole with your elastic, like so, and bring it through, and then go down to the bottom center hole and bring it through. So I'm just gonna pull mine up a bit, like so. Okay, and then we're going to go across from the inside out to the left bottom hole, like so, and then we're going up to the top left hole, like so. And then what do we do? I'm just looking at my notes. Oh, and then we thread sides to the left hole. So what I want to do is, I think I started this wrong. Sorry, I think I should have gone inside out. So I should have gone through from the outside of the bottom right hand hole. Let's try it that way. I'm just trying to work this out. Up to the top right hand hole. Then across to there. No, that doesn't work. Oh, okay, just going to put you on hold while I look at my notes. Goodness me, I thought this was going to be really easy. So we're going to go in through the bottom hole, the bottom right hole, and up through the top right hole, then across to the centre hole, okay, and then down to the bottom centre hole like this. So threading from the inside out, across to the left hand hole, okay, from the outside in. And I'm just going to move my elastic so that I haven't got so much trailing. And then I'm going up to the top left hand hole, from the inside thread it out, okay, then you're going across to the center hole, right, and then you're going to go back down to the center hole here, and we're going to go across to the bottom right so that we've got even outside here, and then that hasn't worked. It's fine inside, but I need to tie it inside. So how am I doing this wrong? Do I need to go back through there? Then they're both down the bottom, so that's not right. Okay, I better do this off camera because this is going to take ages. So I'll just put you on pause, sorry. Okay, I'm back and I've done it. So I knew what I was doing wrong once I got it right, if you know what I mean. Okay, so you take your elastic, you push it through from the inside out of the left, from the outside in of the right bottom hole, right? Take it inside and come out through the top right hand side hole. Then thread it across to the center hole, bring it down and go from the inside out of the center hole, bring it across to the left hole, and then bring it up into this left hole, and then this end that you're threading, you bring it back through the middle hole and inside, and then the bottom bit that you left, you bring that back through the center hole so that you've got this. So I want to tie this up now, but because this is the only elastic I've got, I want to try and make not that end, this end a little bit shorter, like so. Tighten the whole thing up. That's it. Tight, tight, tight. In fact, I could probably go back a bit more, and then I'm going to cut that off. Gosh, I need to have a technical degree to and I'm going to tie it here, okay, into a knot like so. She says, now that's easier said than done as well. Has anyone ever tried to tie an elastic knot? So to put one finger there to hold that down and quickly tie it like so. And we can cut those ends off in a minute. So we've got, that's what it looks like on the outside, and that's what it looks like on the inside for your inserts, okay? And then before we go any further, I want to put a hole in the centre here, and that's going to have the last bit of my elastic, which hopefully is going to be enough. It's going to tie, so it's going to be a tie round like that as a closure. Okay, so I'm just going to measure my, this is how I'm going to do it. Get my pencil and go down the centre hole, and I'm going to measure, so roughly halfway. So I want, hold on, if we start at 0, that would be, so it's about 4 1/4. It's about there in that centre, and I got those 2 score lines so I can see where it is. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a hole in there. So I'm going to take my awl, and I'm then going to use my glue book as a soft area, because otherwise you'll pierce through possibly your fingers. To push it into something soft, make your hole, make it a little bit bigger, okay, like so, and then going to put my elastic end to end like so, so it's doubled over, and I'm going to thread it through the hole. Hopefully I can get them threaded through as one. Maybe I might need to make my hole a little bit bigger, so I go right further up the hilt of the awl. That's it. That's the biggest hole I can make with that. Okay, so now threading those through like so. Okay, and you want to hang on to your loop, and what you're going to do is you're just going to tie a very loose sort of knot like that with the 2 ends, and then pull that, and then hopefully that will go over like that. So mine's too long, so I didn't want to cut it. I want to make sure, so let me pull it, and bear in mind this is going to have 3 signatures in, so if I kind of do it a bit like that, I can roughly then know. So I'm just going to leave that tied loosely further up, because once the signatures are in, and we can cut it off later, then so at the moment that goes nice and snug over there like so. Once we've put the signatures in, we can tidy these up, but I don't like to do that until I know roughly where it's going to be. And you want to allow a bit of laxity, so that if somebody wanted to add, because there is now the possibility to add a 4th, so it's got 4 elastics, so you can keep it as 3 and use those as 1, those 2 together. Or so I know it looks a bit untidy, but we're going to leave it as it is for now. Okay, and now we get to the signatures. So I've covered each little signature with one of these pieces of cream card, but I want to see how they're going to fit into this now that it's together. So obviously they're going to be too wide down here, so I'm going to go away and make these shorter, and then I'll take you through them. Okay, I'm back. So I've cut them down so they're all identical. So the first signature is going to be sort of a junk journal style signature, and I've got some nice tea dyed paper there, and some book pages, and obviously these need signature being sewn together, but I'll do that off camera. That's going to be a nice pocket there, and that will be the centre signature for that one. And then we've got the same here, but this is just, no, we haven't got the same. The middle one is going to be just a notebook, so it's just got tea-dyed paper in. That will be the centre. And then the third one is similar to the first, with some nice papers. I'm going to leave those folded so that somebody can pull that out and write on it. And I've got some journaling pages in there as well, with again centre signature being this lovely colouring book paper, which is beautiful thick paper, and that is going to have a centre pocket. So I'm not going to sew the signatures in on camera, I'll do that off camera. Okay, but the next thing we'll need to do is choose a mat for the middle here, and a mat for the middle of the front, the inside of the front cover and the inside of the back cover we want to mat, and I'm going to do that with the Edith Holden book pages. And then I will also be decorating the front and back of these covers. We'll probably put a little pocket or something on these. So that's the next job that we will do. So I'll sew the signatures, so they'll be sewn individually, and then what will happen is they will just slot into this elastic here, like so. Now you don't need to sew the signatures. If you want to, you can just leave them so that whoever has it can mix and match the papers. Maybe, you know, change them. So this is what it will look like when they're all in. Bear in mind we are still going to be adjusting this, so that's why that's been left. So once it's got a bit of ephemera in, that will tighten, but I'm left it at the moment because I don't want to cut it too tight and then find that it won't fit over properly. So for now we're leaving it loose. Okay, so that's going to be the first part, and when I come back for the second part of this little project, I'm going to have the mats cut out of the Edith Holden book pages. So I'll show you the pages I've got left. So I've got these two wallets left from when I made my 4 seasons journals with all these, and this is the only bits that are left in the actual book. Okay, so we've got some pages that we can use to mat different bits. No, I love that one. It's a double page there, which is very pretty. I can't believe that's all I have left of about 2 Edith Holden. These are the How to Make a Butterfly Garden, but they've got her lovely designs in them, so those might look nice on those covers of the signatures. So we'll keep that in mind. I mean, that's beautiful. Could fussy cut that out actually. And again, that's what the inside pages look like, but in amongst them you'll find that you've got her lovely images that she painted. So it's always worth buying those books, How to Make a Butterfly Garden, and that's the poppy one. That's beautiful. So that's those. We've got that one. We've got this. I mean, they are double-sided mostly. That's a pond lily. This is one of my favourite all-time images of Edith Holden's. As we all know, her writing is beautiful. And there's lots of poems and things too. So this is another image I love. This is the giant campanula, which is beautiful. And then we've got that lovely, I think that's a swallow. No, that's a kingfisher, isn't it? Yes. And then I've got bits in here. This wallet has all the scraps. So we've got the honeysuckle again there. And on the back we've got some images, but it's difficult to sort of cut them down. Got that lovely one. That would be nice. Bits cut out. More from How to Make the Most of Your Butterfly Garden. That is a beautiful foxglove image. Isn't that gorgeous? So I think we've got some. Look, got the campanula one. I think we'll use those on the covers of the signatures. And that's beautiful. And then these are out of her book, Country Diary of an Edwardian Lady. What's left of the book. As I say, I probably, if I embark on anything in the future that is Edith Holden related, I will need to buy another book. And these are these lovely yellow irises, or commonly known as flags, with a lovely dragonfly on. The dog roses, which we have on the front cover. And that's a different book. That's one of her nature note books that has the actual note pages in for each month. Then there's all these bits I've kept, and a few more loose pages here, images, which I've cut bits out of. So we've got a bit to play with here. And then the beautiful May nest, chaffinch's nest with eggs, but that's on the back. So again, it's worth buying these books, which are the nature notebooks. I think there's a cookery one, there's a gardening one, and they've all got the images around them. And then each month the front page has one of her images out of her book, the Country Diary. Okay, so we've got lots to play with, so I'll have a look at those off camera. And but I don't want to bore you with cutting up stuff on camera. You know, I think that would probably be too much and make the video too long. So I'll have a look at those off camera, and when we come back I'll hopefully have the mats ready to go, and then we can pick pockets and see what we can make with those, because they're going to be blank ones, so we may need to look for some suitable ones that we can maybe put an image on, you know, that's quite easy to mat. Okay, so I think that's what we're going to do, and I will see you again, well, speak to you again soon. So take care everyone, happy Easter. Bye-bye.